Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another movies from 2021 month. The movies that have come out in 2021 so far that I've seen. This is another Netflix movie. This one's a lot better than Finding Ohana. It's a 2021 American comedy directed by Miguel Arteta from a screenplay and story by Justin Malin based on a children's book, which I never heard of, and of the same name. It stars Jennifer Garner, Edgar Ramirez, and Jenna Ortega, and that is Yes Day. Yeah, this movie was cute. Nothing high art. I mean, it's basically another kids movie where Jennifer Garner plays a mom, like in Alexander and the very terrible day or horrible day when she did that a couple years ago. But it's fun. Like it's not as boring as Finding Ohana. It's shorter. It's only 86 minutes long. It goes by at a great pace, which is good because it kind of started a little slow, but then when the premise kicks in, it's actually pretty fun to watch. It got mixed reviews because you know how they are with Netflix movies nowadays. Basically, Allison and Carlos Torres are married with three kids: Katie, Nando, which reminded me of another name, but I'll get to that, and Ellie, who's a little girl. They first met, they are adventurous and said yes to everything. However, once having kids, they feel they say no to protect their children. But the premise is that they have an entire day with their family where they're going to say yes to everything, what the kids want to do. And basically, the ball's in the kids' court. And I did like the kids here. I think the kids are good actors. Jenny Ortega, she was in Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous, and Stuck in the Metal. She's good. Julian Lerner as Nando Torres. Yeah, every time they said his name, it reminded me of Mando. I thought, oh yay, I miss Mando. Every time that he's not on in Disney Plus, I miss him. And then you have Everly Carganilla as the cute little girl Ellie Torres. She's adorable. She sings in the car. She's chubby. She's a really cute little girl. You have a cameo from the singer Her Her. She's cute. She's got blue lips and nice frizzy hair. She shows up in the third act and does a concert because Jenny Ortega's a fan of her work and her singing. You also have Molly Sims as a hiring executive. You have Arturo Castro as Officer Jones. He's kind of a cartoon. Leonardo Nam as Mr. Chan. He was in The Perfect Score. There were things that made me laugh. There was a scene with an Asian lady fighting over like a teddy bear or something with Jennifer Garner. That made me laugh. The scene with the ice cream. I did like that they were eating a lot, and that there were Asians there, so that kind of made me laugh. The toilet humor did not make me laugh. I thought that was really that's dumb because it's a kids movie. They're going to put that in everything. The film came out digitally in Netflix in March, and it was the most watched. It was one of the most watched movies of 2021. 53 million households watched it. Wow. And now in April, it went to 62. People actually have a lot of families and like to see movies like this, where there's not going to be a lot of blood. There's not going to be curse words. There were things that bothered me, though. There's way too much subtitles in this movie. Half of Edgar Ramirez's dialogue is in Spanish, so half of his dialogue has to be subtitled because it's Netflix and they want me to read. And I'm like, no, Netflix, I don't want to read. That's why I'm not seeing In the Heights. There's some predictability. You know how it's going to end. The mother and daughter have a misunderstanding in the middle of the film, and then they get back together and hug, and you know how it is. But it's not a bad movie. I think Jennifer Garner does a pretty good performance. She's very cute in the movie. There's a scene where they're in the car getting a car wash, and they're waiting inside, and she has she looks like Harley Quinn a little bit. She's a cuter Harley Quinn that's not messed up in the head, and she has like this cute makeup and the pigtails. That's what my fan fiction would be for Honeypot, starring Caitlin Deaver. It would be like that, but wearing a gold outfit instead of pink and red and everything else. And like I said, it's a cute, harmless film. I liked it a lot better than Finding Ohana. It's no masterpiece, but compared to other Netflix movies that Adam Sandler produces, it's at least short and sweet. It doesn't drive my patience. And it's a light movie. If you want to see it with your family, there's nothing offensive, and there's nothing gay in it. Wow, the Mitchells did that completely wrong. They had to have an ambiguously gay character. This didn't have any of that, which was not needed because it's a family film. Keep the family aspect alive in that. Uh, and I prefer Pedro Pascal more than uh, Edgar Ramirez, mainly because he's Mando, of course. Also, the scene at the end when they have a party and they go crazy and they start throwing things in the toilet, that was kind of funny. That the toilet starts fuming, so splurting out soap or foam. That was pretty funny. It reminded me of Diary of a Wimpy Kid too, which I love that movie. That movie cheered me up after having a hard day. But this movie is cute. If you've never seen Yes Day, it's on Netflix. You can watch it, stream it for free if you have the service. And it's worth a watch. If you have kids, it's going to be perfect for them. It's going to keep them entertained. It's not long. It's not preachy. It is what it is. And for the premise, it could have been a lot freaking worse. I mean, Jim Carrey did a movie like this called Yes Man. It's basically the same thing. And they also did an episode of Victorious and 100 Things that had the same premise. Here, it's done well. It's done as best they could for a Netflix movie. It could have been a lot worse. And the writing was fine for what it was. And the kids are cute. It's funny. The parents try. Other than the subtitles and some of the side characters, uh, there's no real villain in the movie. There's some like girls that kind of I think like hang out with Jenny Ortega, but they're like barely in the movie. But it's still fun to watch if you have kids, or if you don't. It's still worth watching at least once. So that's my review for Yes Day. Not in my best of the year, but it's an honorable mention. It's a cute family film that didn't hurt me. So that's saying a lot because of the some of the movies I sat through on Netflix this year and last year were way worse for kids and for adults. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next review.